Did the true and honest Chris Chan burn down Ian Brandon Anderson's house back in 2014? We know the story, and here, let's watch the quick news clip of it real quick to like be reminded of the narrative.
Investigators are looking into the cause of a house fire early this morning. It started at about 3 o'clock this morning at a home on Branchland Court. That's in the southern part of the county. We're told the fire started in a first-floor bathroom, but got quickly out of control and eventually shot through the roof. Everybody inside was able to get out safely, but one firefighter suffered minor injuries. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. We have a traffic advisory for drivers.
You see, still under investigation. I know everyone says it was a frayed power cord. That's like what the official report says. But was it? Because no one was thinking about the true Chris Chan at that point in time. Everybody was tricked by this Ian Brandon something and thinking that he was the real one. Let's look, because there are differences between Chris, and when I refer to Chris in this, I'm referring to Ian Brandon Anderson, and the actual timeline of events. So, when I read this, just remember, Chris is Ian in this. Chris, or Ian's, timeline of events. 2 o'clock. According to Chris, this was approximately when the fire began. 2 o'clock to 2:10. Chris claimed that a fire extinguisher was present or was retrieved, and that there was an attempt to extinguish the fire, which ultimately failed. After the failed attempt to extinguish the fire, Chris evacuated the household, along with Barbara and the Chandler's pets. 2:10. Local firefighters arrived at the scene. Actual timeline of events. The official fire report states that Chris's 911 call was actually received at 2:44 a.m., and that the fire personnel were on the scene about 15 minutes later. Cwcville stated that the fire started around 3 o'clock a.m. almost immediately. The fire department asked for additional support to help fight the fire. The fire was put out by 6 a.m. and the scene was cleared by 7 o'clock a.m. 2:45. Dispatched homes 4 fire stations. Dyke, Ruckersville, Standardsville Fire, and Greene County Rescue Squad. Dispatch relays fire in the downstairs bathroom. 3:01. Dispatchers relayed that a lot of smoke is coming from the basement and flames are visible at the top of the steps. 3:01. Engine 11 requests Orange Company provide additional manpower. 3:05. Engine 21 is on the scene and reports heavy smoke. 3:06. Engine 11 is on scene. 3:13. Burtonville Fire has been called for support. 3:37. Command requests dispatch contact the power company. 3:45. The fire has been burning for at least an hour at this point. 3:47. Station 2 has called for additional manpower. 3:53. Station 1 has called for additional manpower. 4:05. Heavy fire coming through roof. 4:07. Command request Polymead for additional manpower. 4:45. The fire has been burning for about 2 hours at this point. 4:47. Madison County contacted for additional personnel. 5 o'clock. Rescue 401 leaves the scene to transport one patient, probably the injured firefighter, to Martha Jefferson Hospital. 5:22. Chris breaks the news about the house fire on Facebook. He commented twice on the post in quick succession, lamenting the loss of personal belongings and the memories of his home, as well as stating he was able to salvage his mother's medication and his wallet. At the time of the posting, he was boarding in a generous neighbor's. 5:57 to 7:11. All the remaining units on scene are cleared and returned to their stations. 7:10. Chris posted an angry comment on Keurig's Facebook page, producer of the coffee brewer, blaming faulty wiring in the product for creating the spark that created the fire. Chris then admitted to operating the coffee brewer within the bathroom after responding to a comment from his friend, William Elliott Waltman, who vainly tried to calm Chris down and not seek vengeance so soon after the fire. 7:30 sunrise. Later, an email from Chris is released giving more information about the event. It is revealed that Chris and Barbara were allowed to enter the house to receive necessities for living from the home and are currently receiving accommodation from the insurer while investigations and repairs are conducted. So that's the official story. But, like I said, what if there's more to it than that?
Here it is.
Look at that. You see that picture? You see that original art right there from the true and honest Chris Chan? See, I started noticing it because that's what his profile image is. Alright? And it's very blurry because it's such a little picture. But it's obviously Sonichu and the true and honest Chris looking at something on fire and burning down. So I got a screenshot and I looked like bigger. And you can totally see that it is, in fact, Cwcville being burnt down. And I'm pretty sure that's Ian Brandon's house in the background that is being burnt down. Sonichu looks so happy that he finally got rid of the imposter fake troll. And I'm sure that the real Chris Chan's happy too. So is this a clue? Did the true and honest Chris Chan, back in 2014, with the help from the real Sonichu, burn down Ian Brandon Anderson's house? I mean, if he did, it was well deserved. Thanks, everybody.